So congratulations, you are now a supplier for Tractor Supply. So what does that mean? That means you have some work ahead. You have to get ready for handling documents electronically, otherwise known as EDI. If you don't already have EDI software or already have any of those things in place for processing documents electronically, what you need to do is you need to start thinking about what software you're going to use, how's it going to get installed, how are you going to handle that project. So there's planning and implementation that's involved. You're going to also have testing. Tractor Supply is going to want you to test. They're going to want you to also test internally. So that means, how are you able to process documents through your company in and out and through the full system? You're going to have some training that might be involved. You're going to have dealing with support on the EDI side of things. You're also going to have communications that you're going to need to set up for being able to pass those documents back and forth. As we call it, complete end-to-end testing and support is going to be needed. And then, of course, the main one, the reason why you're doing EDI is for your document integration. And that's just making sure that everything flows appropriately from a business standpoint. So you're going to have those documents being received and sent and all those different wonderful things. So if we take a look at the documents that you're primarily going to be dealing with when you're dealing with Tractor Supply, we're going to go through this PowerPoint. So right here, what we have is you have a purchase order. A purchase order is also known as an 850 document. That 850 is going to be sent to you via AS2, or you're going to pick it up from a van service, or that van is going to push it through to you. So a van is your EDI mailbox. So that's your in-between point between yourself and Tractor Supply. So you're going to have a purchase order that's going to come across. It's going to go from Tractor Supply over to your system. You are then going to have that document, and you are going to actually have to acknowledge or send back a functional acknowledgement. That's simply saying that you've received a document. So that's your 997. And again, that's going to go either via a van or AS2. 997s are always exchanged. So if they send you a purchase order, you're going to send back a 997. If they send you a document, again, you're going to send back a 997. If you send them a document, they're going to send you back a 997. That's simply saying that the document has reached their system. You're going to also have a purchase order acknowledgement. So that purchase order is going to come in. It's going to list off the items. It's going to list off the ship to. It's going to list off dates and all of that information, quantities, pricing. And what you need to do is you need to come back to them and say, hey, we've received this. And yes, we're going to be able to fulfill what you're asking. Or we need to make some changes. I'm sorry, we don't have enough product. We need to only ship you 10. And I know you asked for 15. However you handle it, it needs to come back on that 855 document. Again, they're going to send you back a 997. The next document that might occur is what's called a purchase order change request. Now, how do you handle that? Purchase order change request is going to be a document that's going to list off any changes from their original purchase order that they sent to you. So maybe they want to change a delivery date. Maybe they want to change a ship to location because it's, for some reason, their now distribution center is not receiving goods. So you have to move it to another distribution center. Whatever it may be that differentiates from that original purchase order, they're going to send you a purchase order change. In return, you're going to send back a 997. The next document that you're going to be seeing is, hey, we're now ready to fulfill and ship product. So we're going to be looking at what's called an advanced ship notice, or also known as an 856. So the 856 is going to detail any of our shipping information, where we're shipping that product to, how we're shipping that product. Are we using FedEx? Are we using UPS? How is it being delivered? How much of the product are we sending? All the various information and labels and all that kind of stuff is going to be contained inside of that 856 document going to Tractor Supply, so that Tractor Supply knows what they're going to be getting at their facilities. In turn, if there's an issue with that 856, they might send you back an 864, which is a text message. That's simply just detailing out information that they want to send to you. That might be information about the 856 that was incorrect. A text message can really be just that. Think of a text message that you get on your cell phone. It can tell you anything. A text message in EDI, in 846, can tell you anything. It can revert to a document. It can refer to addresses being added. It can refer to all kinds of different stuff. In return, now, hey, we want to get paid. So we've got to invoice them. Well, when we invoice them, that's an 810 document. So that 810 is going to go from our system to their system. That's going to say, hey, this is the product that we sent to you. You received it. Now we need to get payment for it. Here's the quantity. Here's the ship to. Here's how it was sent to you. All of the pertinent information that you would find on an invoice is going to be sent over to them. In return, remember, they're sending you back a 997, just saying that they've received that 810. There also might be what's called an 852. It's known as a product activity data. That, if most people think of it this way, when you have point of sale, somebody goes into a store, pulls that product off the shelf, takes it up to the register, scans it at the register, it now is being sold in Pennsylvania. Okay, so product activity data is going to allow you to be able to see where's your product moving. Maybe it's moving great in California, but not so great in Pennsylvania. Maybe it's, selling like hotcakes in Florida, but not great in Texas. Who knows? But it's going to tell you all the different information dealing with your products and how it's moving throughout the different Tractor Supply facilities. It's going to give you that insight look into the sales that are occurring. So as you're going through these EDI documents, you have those different ones that are going to be occurring. And those are usually the ones that they're going to be handling when you're dealing with Tractor Supply. They might add other ones, but those are the ones that you're typically going to be handling. So this is Jim Gonzalez at EDI Support. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We can walk you through getting you set up with Tractor Supply.